Indeed, Your Lordship, Bishop Mongela, our bishops visiting us from Lodwar and Eldoret, the entire clergy who are here today, Your Grace, from Archbishop Benjamin Zimbi, Reverend Sisters who are here, the principal of the school, Your Excellency Governor Malombe, Honorable Makali Mulu, great old boys, and the new ones who are in school, and our visitors. Hamjambo. Good afternoon. I know today is a day that, although we say we are celebrating our friend and our neighbor and our former teacher and our friend, we all are feeling the pain of losing Tony Woods. I am a neighbor who has known Tony Woods for all the years, almost, that he was here, because I share the same gate with Tony Woods. And when I was told by the old boys that they are putting up a home next to me, I was extremely happy, because I said, oh, I have a person who we have lived with and who we are going to retire together. And we opened that house in the year 2020, and with a lot of happiness when he came. And he said, I'm going back to Lodwar, and I'll just be for a few more months to finish what I was doing, and I'll come home. That, therefore, was not to be. But I want to thank the Lodwar team that has been led by the Bishop of Lodwar and Bishop of Eldoret, that you have lived with him that long, like we have also lived with him, and you have accepted to bring him home. I also want to thank, indeed, the Ireland people who are here and who may not be here, and say that you gave us, Kenya, your best. Your best. The many young and old men that you have seen here all went through Tony's hands. It's like he was sent here to build Kitui. And I just got surprised when I was talking to him when he came in the year 2020, and we were having some lunch with him, and he said when he came here in the year 1968, he looked at the entire place and he said, no, this is not the place. And he was wondering whether to go back or whether to stay. Because there was no road anywhere, there was no electricity anywhere, he had no friends anywhere, and therefore I want to thank Mwende Mwinzi, through you with your mother, say thank you to her, because they kept Tony here, and she had gotten used to our life here. Thank you very much. For all of you really who kept Tony around and how he has built us, we thank you. The Catholic family, the Catholic fraternity, you held Tony for us. The many times that I met Tony, and although we were very close neighbors here, we rarely saw each other. Because during the time when Tony, we were getting into the second liberation of this country, and we are saying we brought change, and I was among them, the police and the chief around, Chief Matingi, would come to my house to pick me. And the boys here, and I think one of them must have been even Bishop Mongela, they actually used to come out in large numbers. And they were told to go, and they help your mother next door. And they used to run and throw stones And they chased the police away, and they chased the chief away. And then after that, they would come in quickly and say, okay, can we have bread? So we had a very intimate kind of relationship with Tony and the boys. And I want to say that we have lost a great man. This is a great loss for us, not only in Kitui, but in Kenya. The number of young people who are working in different places now, professionals, academia, politicians, great leaders who have gone through this coup must be celebrated. And as we celebrate them, we must celebrate Tony Woods Miti. He really did great work for us in Kenya. He came from Ireland with a purpose to build us. We will miss him. We wished that he was longer with us. But since God has taken him, ekaitu itikile undunga iweka na atuwe na mutongo imuseo na mudhuku mimuseo. What has been proposed here about a foundation, you know, I have not seen any other person that I know of who would do the things that Tony would do for people. A person who takes everything. You heard about his pension. He works for 30 years, he gets his pension, and then he goes to put houses for teachers. I got my pension after I left the county and after I left Parliament, and honestly, I would not imagine. And I'm not alone. Don't look at me like she's the one. I'm sure here others are like that. Now that the bishop is saying that we need to have a foundation for a person who loves to do the right things. And especially, the principal did not tell you, there are many, many schoolboys in this school who sometimes cannot afford to be in class because they cannot afford school fees. So maybe we, and the old boys, I want to challenge you and make me one of your old boys, you know, by virtue of being a neighbor, we need to start that foundation also for us. I think Lord and Eldoret will also start that. And for all these good friends from Ireland, I know that many times Tony used to tell me that he has gotten money and support from Ireland. Before we go, we'll take your names so that we can continue the work Tony has been doing here. I'm sure you'll also want us to find a way of visiting you there so that we even see where Tony was born. Now that you know where Tony is buried, so that we also see where he was born. And with these few words, I want to say, today, we bid farewell to a great man. A great man. And the great man he is not how much wealth he has left behind. It's the legacy, the foundation of helping so many people in this country, and now some of them out of the country, to be who they are. I pray that as we remember Tony, we remember the good work he did, and that we continue with it. My Lord Bishops, when you go back, please go and tell Lord your people and tell Eldoret people that they took our best, but we also had our best when we were with him. And thank you for really supporting to bring him back home. Asante sana, Your Excellency, I want to invite you now to say your few words. And then
okay, thank you very much. Maybe actually wait a bit because the guys are online. I will have the team and then so that you come.